Hey guys, I am getting ready to batch up a hash brown casserole. I've never made this before, and I had to substitute a couple things because I am out of things, but I'm really in the mood for it. My aunt used to make it for me all the time, and she's not able to right now. So I am gonna give this a try. So right now I just have my 12-inch skillet. It's huge, like this is the size of my hand compared to the skillet. And in it, I just put 1 tablespoon of oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on and start warming that up. And I have the oven preheated to 350. And over here, I have an onion here. I'm only going to use about half of it. I'm actually halving this whole recipe because I don't want too much left over. So I'm going to do about a half of a onion in my manual food processor. And I love this because my husband is actually sleeping right now and it's not loud like most processors are. The ones that you plug in typically are loud. So what we're going to do is, onions are in there. There is a 3-blade in there. Pampered Chef's the only one that makes a blade this way. It's actually patented. So I'm just going to shove that back in there. And then I put the lid on it, and then I just keep pressing it down until the onions are as small as I want them. This is great for making salsas and other things where you can just take veggies, throw them in there, and chop them up. It chops it evenly, so you don't usually, I'm not going to say never, but you don't usually have a huge tomato and no onion left or anything like that. It really mixes it well. My favorite thing about this is that it chops onions so finely because I hate onions typically, but you can't make a hash brown casserole without onions. So because there's so little in there, they're not getting quite as small. Usually when I put a whole onion in there, the whole thing just chops up so nicely. I'm just going to push them down one more time because they kind of spread out. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take my little finely chopped onions. I can take my blade out and put them in the hot oil. And I'm just using my spatula here. Pampered Chef is well known for their spatulas. The top does not come off. They don't stain easily. If they do stain, like say you by some chance did like make Kool-Aid, like red Kool-Aid with it, and you see that it's kind of stained, you just soak it in water and it will come right off. Alright, so I'm just going to let my onions fry up a little bit. And one of my other favorite things about the manual food processor is it comes with a lid. So when you order it, say you made salsa for a party later and you want it just to sit for a little bit, you make your salsa and then you throw this lid on it and then you pop it in the fridge just like that. You can carry it anywhere that you want to go. So that's pretty cool. Alright. My onions are coming slightly translucent, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in some garlic. Usually I have fresh garlic, but I don't today, so I'm just going to use my dried minced garlic. Just a little to give it a flavoring. You guys can kind of see this here. So the reason why I'm kind of going live and showing this to you guys, because a lot of people just know how to make casseroles, is because of the pan. This 12-inch skillet is huge. You can make a family portion here, or you can do what I'm doing, and then you can toss this pan right in the oven. So now you can kind of see that it's kind of browning up a little bit. So I'm actually going to take some flour and sprinkle it in here over everything. And then mix that up as well. I love cooking with onions, but I absolutely hate onions. So I like to hide them in my food. I love the flavor, but just don't like onions. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to add some chicken broth to that. And mix that up. And then we're going to add our milk slowly. We're mixing. Kind of letting it thicken up a little bit. Sorry, I have the sniffles today. I have like bad allergies. All right. That's it for the milk. So I'm just going to kind of let it thicken up a little bit here. Kind of let it come to a boil. So the skillets come in 8 inches, 10 inches, and 12 inches. While this is warming up, I will show you guys what they look like. So this here we have the 8-inch. It is pretty small, good size for just cooking up eggs in the morning or bacon in the morning if it's just one person, or you know, you like it, you're separate. And then we have the 10-inch. So here's the 8-inch versus the 10-inch. Can fit inside each other. The cool thing about these are the handles come right off, and they all can go right in the oven. So they're oven safe as well. So you can cook in them and then put them in the oven. All right. It's thickened up. It's kind of simmering now. So I am going to add my next ingredients, which is I'm using Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. It calls for sour cream, but you can substitute Greek yogurt. That's because I don't have sour cream, not because I don't like sour cream. I love sour cream. But we're going to use Greek yogurt. Oh, that is our measure-all cups. The cool thing about them is, like, especially sour cream and peanut butter and yogurt, like when you're measuring it out, it always seems like you can't get to the bottom of the measuring cup, or like it's not fitting in there right. So like, are you really getting a cup like you wanted a cup? But with the measure-all cup, it kind of fits in there nicely. If I can get it to work. It's kind of sticking on me. There we go. Okay, so you can see here it has measures here. For the liquids, you put it in this side, so you put it in the cup, and then you put the measuring cup where you want it to fill. And then on this side is where you put the dries, so dries up, and you just put it where you want it. So you would put it there, and then you squeeze it out. All right, I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I'm talking too much. All right, nice and thick. I'm going to put some cheese in there. Some pepper. I like a lot of pepper in my hash brown casserole. I just think it should be peppery. And then some salt. All right, and I'm going to mix that in. Alright, so now my cheese is all melted. I think you guys can see that there. It's all melted. Just gonna mix it up really well. I love these pans because they cook so evenly. Like, you don't have one side burning while the other side's still cooking. Like, if you put bacon in the entire thing cooks so nicely, even though my you can see these are not very big. This is a small one, and this is the large one, and it's not very big, so it's not really 12 inches wide for a big pan like this, but it cooks so evenly. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to add just a little bit of parsley. You can, you know, put chives in there if you want, just a little bit. You could put different seasonings in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw my potatoes in there. And then I'm just going to mix it up. Make sure my potatoes get covered really well with the cheese sauce. All right, kind of see how thick and creamy it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread it out here. And then I'm going to take some cheddar cheese. So those were just frozen hash browns, by the way, just the shredded hash browns there. I'm going to take my leftover shredded cheese and sprinkle it on top. Move that all around. And then I'm just going to bake it. So there you have hash brown casserole. I'm just going to take the handle off. Actually, what I should do, because the pan is still hot, keep the handle on it, lift it, put it in the oven, and then take the handle off. You can just see it's in there. And then bake it for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then you have hash brown casserole all in one pan. All right, guys, hope you have a great day.